Hello, this video is for clarinets and saxophones. This is a little bit of a review for our first day to kind of help you practice a little bit. I'm going to go over how to put the instrument together, just to review that, and how to make that first sound and kind of help you practice while you're at home. So I'm going to start with clarinet, and what we did is we took this piece, which is the shorter piece, with keys, and we took our barrel and I'm going to twist that on like that. It doesn't matter how that goes. And then the mouthpiece goes in this way. Oops. It should be lined up where you can't see in the video, but there's a hole there. The flat part is lined up with this big long key here. And then your reed, if you have a reed case like this, take it out like that. And really, maybe you should do this first to get it really wet. And a wet reed plays way better than a dry reed. I'm going to take the flat part, stick it up against the mouthpiece, the flat part of the mouthpiece. Let me do that again. Flat side of the mouthpiece, flat side of the reed. Put that on. I'm not going to touch this side of the reed because I want to keep that from being broken. And I've got it with my left thumb here. I'm going to move the reed around this way. I'm going to line it up, and I'll show you in the video in just a second. So there's a tiny bit of black part barely peeking over the top of the mouthpiece. Okay? That looks like this. That's how your reed should look on your mouthpiece. If it is too high, this is not going to work. And if it is too low, that is not going to work either. So the tiniest adjustment can make a big difference. Most of you have this kind of a ligature, and is going to go on this way. Okay, there is a smiley face right here. And that smiley face should be above the ligature. I want the ligature on the thick part of the reed down here. So for this kind of ligature, I've got the screws on the bottom part here, and then the handles are on the right side so that I can adjust it with my right hand. Very easy to do, okay? It should look like this. Especially some ligatures are made differently. They do not work on the side or anything like that. I think I saw one or two metal ligatures like this that are made where the screws go on top. The way that you know is the screws should be adjusted with the right hand. If it's upside down, it does not fit. You need to flip it over. So that's how to assemble the clarinet. For the saxophone, you're going to put your mouthpiece on. And that's easy. So the saxophone reed, if you have this kind of a reed case, you're just going to slide it out like that. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to adjust the reed on here. Now I have a different kind of ligature for my saxophone. Some clarinets have these. Some saxophones have the other ligature. But for this kind, I put the screw on the top, and the handle is on the right side, so it goes like this. Okay? Again, you can see that there is, do I need to adjust that? Yep, just a tiny bit. There we go. You can see that there's just a tiny bit of black part sticking over the mouthpiece, a tiny bit of mouthpiece over the top of the reed, right there, okay? All right, so let's make a sound. I talked about your lips need to not be on the tip. They do not need to be clear down here. Your lips are about halfway down the mouthpiece, okay? My mouthpiece is a little bit discolored because it's very old. I've played it for a very long time. That's where my lips and my teeth go. Let me talk about how to shape my lips. So my lip is going to go over my bottom teeth, like I'm going to put chapstick on, like that, okay? And my top teeth are going to go on the mouthpiece like this, okay? That is a must, okay? You cannot just put your lips on it and try to blow. It will not work, Okay? Sometimes it is only the top teeth that make a difference. Can't make a sound. As soon as the teeth touch, it's magic. It just turns on as soon as your teeth are touching the top. Okay? Again, I have about this much in. I'll turn to the side so you can see. That should be a pretty sounding note. Remember I said imagine the candle. If you blow out the candle, too much air. Okay? That's the sound you want. Now I am just using this part right here. Okay? Some classes we did not get to putting the entire saxophone together, but if you can practice making a sound on this, that will help when we meet next time. I'm going to do the same thing on clarinet. All I have is this much put together, but I can play our first note. I'm not even worried about fingers. I'm just holding it like this. Notice that my chin is flat. Okay? Lip is over the teeth. Top teeth on my mouthpiece. Like this. Okay? Don't do this with your cheeks and be really relaxed. You can tell that doesn't work. Okay? Muscles here, muscles in your chin. There we go. Okay? A couple other tips. Same thing as saxophone. If your lips are here, okay, you can see that my lips are barely on the mouthpiece and I'm not getting any air through. If my lips are too far in, it's going to squeak. If your lips are way down here, okay? About halfway down. Sometimes I get this. And you can't make a sound. I'm really not even blowing. So if you're having trouble just getting that sound out, listen to this carefully. Can you hear the air going through the instrument? If you can't even hear that, you might be biting too hard and no air can go in. Okay? I'm biting really hard. Relax your jaw. Okay? Then I'm going to go ahead and squeeze just a little bit. And then the sound starts to come out. Okay? All the air should go into here. If your lips are open, that's not going to work either. Believe it or not, I actually do see that quite a bit. Your lips need to close all the way around the mouthpiece. Okay? Again, practice that. And the next time we meet, if you can control that a little bit better and make a really good sound, we will be able to move on a lot faster. If you're still having trouble, don't worry about it. I will help you when we meet next time. I look forward to seeing you then.